You're listening to the Black Directory podcast, where we focus on bringing Black entrepreneur experiences to the forefront. Each week, we will discuss the highs, the lows, and everything in between. I'm your host, Diamond Young. Let's dive in. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Black Directory podcast. I'm your host, Diamond Young, and I really hope you all had a great weekend because I know that I did. I had a really good weekend. I went to Chicago for the first time. So, yeah, that was cool. That was a vibe. I was actually outside of Chicago. I was in Flossmoor, but I did go into the city a few times while I was there. I actually just got back a few hours ago, so still settling back in now that I'm back home in Houston. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed my time. It always feels like when you go somewhere that it's not long enough. So I'm already planning to go back and just check out some Black businesses. But while I was there, I was actually staying near Flossmoor. And I was invited to check out this chef battle. I'm not sure who all here has been with me for this podcast journey, but if you go back, I believe it's to episode 7, but it's the one with Chef Rome. He actually was competing with his team in the chef battle. They took home the win. Woo, woo. They took home the win. And it was just a cool experience. It's really cool seeing especially our people just doing their thing, like in their element and having a good time and just really deep into their crafts. And it was a moment, and I'm happy that I was there. And the plus is, of course, is all the other things. And yeah, like with that trip, I don't know. I love when you have those trips where you don't you may be going on the trip for one reason, but you get something more out of it. And I feel like I left that trip with contacts. I was networking. I was really something you all have heard me talk about before recently, but really speaking on what I'm doing. I was really bad with that before, but now I'm just still in a way that's me, but telling people what I have going on, telling people that I have an app and a podcast, like really not shying away from those things, like really just sharing that. And it's been paying off. I'm going to keep you guys updated with that. Anything new that I'm working on, I'm just going to keep you updated with how it's going in real life. And which we're going to get into some cool social media stuff in a little bit. But yes, I was really just putting myself out there, telling people about what it is that I do and what it is that I'm passionate about and how I'm showing up for myself. And I feel like I think that people are seeing more of like, oh wow, like she's doing it. I love what she's doing. And they want to support. And I don't know. What I'll say is I'm definitely about to come up with an ambassador program because this weekend, as I'm naturally just talking about what I have going on, someone asked, shout out to Matt, someone asked, like, hey, like, can I be an ambassador? Do you have an ambassador program? Like, I want to support Black Directory. I want to push it out in Chicago. I want to help you in any way that I can. And oh man, I don't know if anyone's experienced that, but it's a really cool experience and a cool feeling when someone believes in what you've built. They're passionate about it like you are and they want to get involved. Like, oh man, that was like one of the highlights of the trip, honestly. So now that's what I'm going to be working on. It's something I always wanted to do, but now I'm going to just use that as a sign to go for it and really create an ambassadors program for Black Directory. So if you are listening to this and you're interested and you want to see Black Directory represented in your city, so that may mean, going to Black businesses and telling them about the app and making sure that they're represented and that your city overall is represented in the app and that they're registered. Or maybe you want to lead an event, right? Or you want to just, I don't know. It's going to be, look, I'll leave it like this. It's going to be good. You're going to help to have that voice in your community, because I can't be in all places, but Black Directory should represent all places, right? So it really takes a community, and I think there's a lot of room to really grow the brand and spread awareness and to highlight Black businesses all over. But it really takes all of us to come together and figure out what this looks like, because we should be throwing happy hours in all these cities and hitting these HBCUs, and it's just so much room. Oh my gosh, I get excited thinking about it. It's so much room um, for Black Directory. I don't even think we've touched the surface yet, right? But I know that to go far, I have to do it with people, and really us come together and unify and really create some magic, So if you are interested in being an ambassador and you have ideas, you want to contribute, you want to help, send us an email. Send us an email at info@blackdirectory.com. Um, yeah, like, contact us. We want to hear from you. We're going to start building this program, and we would like to launch a pilot of the program, maybe with a select few people from a select few cities. So if you're interested in being that brand advocate in your city, so that we can put more awareness on the Black businesses that are, where you are locally, contact me, hit me up. We're waiting to hear from you. It's gonna be cool. So get in now, while we develop this thing, and I'm just excited. I'm excited thinking about that. Point is, Chicago was cool. I enjoyed the chef battle. I got more out of that trip than what I even expected, which is a cool thing. And I was able to go to Harold's Chicken, but the one in Homewood, I believe. And it's funny, I put it on TikTok, and it was so many debates going on in the comments. But that was my first time at Harold's. They actually have one in Houston, but I just haven't been. Of course, you want to go to, Chicago. And I was happy. I'm not going I'm not gonna lie. It was good. I really enjoyed my food. And I know so many people in the comments are like, no, you went to the wrong location, or you have to go to this one, or I like this one, or it's overrated, or I love it. I go 3 times a week. I saw so many different responses. But besides the food being good, because I loved it, that service was on point. It was on point. I'm not going to lie. They made sure that we were taken care of, and oh man, yeah, I had a great experience. So I I will probably be thinking about Harold's tonight when I figure out what I'm gonna eat. But shout out to Harold's Chicken, and yeah, bringing the community together. So that was my weekend, and those are some of my takeaways, I would say. But overall, I feel like I'm in a place where it's go time. Who can relate to that? Do you feel like it's go time? Like, it's go time. It's time to level up. It's time to elevate. It's time to get in our bag. I don't know. I'm feeling it in my spirit. Like, okay, let's go. Because if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I realized. You could be quiet about your business. You can be just, waiting for someone to ask you something first, but that may not happen. So you have to tap into yourself. You have to tap into something inside of you and really get in your bag and get in your business and promote and really share with the world what you have going on, because if you don't, then who will really think about that? So that's what mode I'm in these days. I don't know, I feel like I need to share that with you all. But I think it's easy to get comfortable. I think it's easy to get distracted and to lose momentum, and I've been there and I felt that, and I feel like I'm finally in a place where I'm really getting my spark back. So I'm just riding that wave and just really excited about what's to come. And I think a part of getting in your bag is also like that development side, especially if you're an entrepreneur, that development side. And it's coming to the conclusion that, okay, I don't know everything, which is like, duh, but I don't know everything, right? But it's like, what are you going to do about it, right? Like, I'm in a place where I'm writing down these goals, and it doesn't get any easier. And I know it's only one decision left, which is I have to delegate and outsource some of these tasks, or I'm just going to be stuck and I can't really quite grow in the way that I need to. And one of those areas is PR. So I actually, today, I had a consultation with a PR, a publicist. Sorry, my words. I had a consultation with a publicist today. I could afford an hour of her time, right? I'm sure someone's been there, and it's so worth it though. If you can get an hour of someone's time, that could make such a difference in your business. And I decided to go for it because I know what's missing in my business, and it's exposure, it's brand awareness, that media publication side of the house. And maybe I can't hire a publicist, but what if they can give me the insight and the tools that I need to then go and execute or delegate onto my team or something like that. So I don't know. I'm just in that place, and I would encourage you all to really think about what are some areas of improvement in your business. What are some development areas that you would like to really hit in the rest of the year, right? In the second half of the year, what are some areas that you need to grow in? Is it on the PR side, right? Or is it marketing, and you would like maybe to hire or get an hour of someone's time to learn about Facebook ads, ads on social media, or writing email copy. It can really be anything, but I think it's just time to um, do something about it. Basically, like, do something about it, because I hate when months are going by and I'm talking about the same thing. I have the same roadblocks that I had back in January. And after a while, it's like, okay, I don't want to feel like it's excuses. I don't want to feel like, well, I'm not moving. It's like, okay, girl, well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? So I'm just trying to tap in and take control and move the needle forward, right? It's not even about, oh, you have to have this business. It can be any of your goals. If you feel stuck and you've been feeling stuck for a while, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because sometimes we're praying and asking God for a sign or for him to open a door, and a lot of times he's waiting on us to, sorry, I'm going to go there, but sometimes he's waiting for us to take a step forward. A lot of times he is the compass, but if we take that first step forward and he sees that we trust him, he'll direct us from there. He'll give us what we need from there. But I think a lot of us are like, we want the roadmap. We want Siri to give us all the directions first to see exactly where we're going. And even with the map, sometimes we don't get in the car to go, for different reasons, maybe fear and other things, or thinking we need, a lot of resources. But a lot of times we already have what we need. So, yeah, I'm just letting you all into my brain right now. But I'm just ready to show up, continue telling people about what I'm doing, what I have going on. I'm going to move more into a PR kind of mind, like strategy rather, and really start going after the things that I want. And, because we all have our goals, right? Like for me, I would like to be a guest on other people's podcasts. I would like more publications and really telling everyone what Black Directory is up to and what we're doing. I want to give scholarships to HBCU students. I want to speak on panels. I want to have more events and connecting Black Directory in just more cities, and the list goes on. But it's like, okay, how am I going to do this? So again, these are all the things that I want us to keep talking about, or I want to keep discussing, just throughout this year, as we are working on, if anyone's like me, working on more of like brand awareness, because it is important. You could have the greatest thing and it feels hidden, like no one knows about it, and that's not okay. So that's that on that. But lastly, I want to touch on some social media stuff. I think I've mentioned this before, but in that same spirit, is some things are trial and error, and really trying things new. And for some of you, our TikTok is very new, and our TikTok was not doing well for a while. And I fully run the TikTok. It was not doing well. We were sitting at like 60 followers like a few weeks ago, maybe definitely less than 30 days. I need to get that part, like just how many days. But when I tell you, I've been really just trying stuff, trying to be more consistent. trying to embrace the differences in these platforms and really studying what works and what doesn't work. And that's just what I want to encourage you all to do, is like just embrace it. I know that it can be scary. I know that it can, but it's just one of those things. I believe, I don't know, like I think it can help a lot of businesses. Some people may feel like they don't need certain platforms or these short form videos, but it really is the future and it's the way that it's going. So I think we should just embrace it. Anyways, I've been just doing that and really seeing what works. And it's so cool on social media when you feel like you've cracked the code and you feel like, oh, okay, I know what's working. I know what's happening, And with TikTok, and I wrote down some analytics. So again, we had like 60 followers. We were stuck on that for a while. I would put up videos, it may get 4 views, 10 views. Like it wasn't doing anything, especially the stuff that you work really hard on that's actually like professionally edited, and that doesn't work over there like at all. Which is where I think you just have to know, like, your platforms and stuff. But yeah, let me tell you. So in the last 28 days, we have over 26,000 video views, which is like, whoa, that's a lot of eyes, on our videos. With That's like a 65% increase, which is crazy, right? So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And overall, we saw a growth rate of 80%, which is insane, but it makes sense to what I was seeing because every day, once I started figuring out what was working, every day I'm seeing requests. It's steady. Even though the videos are getting like a little bit older now, the traction is insane to where I get new followers every day. That just wasn't happening before. And of course, they're going and looking at, other videos that we have up. And I realized, like, okay, people, of course, like relatable content, but they also like things that are a value add, right? So it's like, okay, we're Black Directory. We should be adding value. We should be the ones telling people, hey, if you go to this city, this is where you should be eating. This is where you should be getting your desserts from. These are the bars and lounges. Like, we should be the guide. We should be the guide. We should be the guide in that case. And we cracked the code. So I'm super excited. We realized that creating lists like, oh, Houston black owned businesses, Chicago, it works. Like people are going to bookmark it, they're going to save it, and they not only save it and like it, but they follow. So I saw that with our highest post, which is black owned businesses in Houston, that post went crazy. It has 16,000 views, which was really cool. It has over 432 saves and over 1,000 likes. And for some people, that may be like either really normal or you're like, okay, so what? But for us, that is huge. Like that's the type of engagement you hope for. And when I tell you people are in the comments, they're really interacting, and that's stuff that we just haven't seen on Instagram at all, even though we've been on Instagram way longer, for a few years now. So saying all that to say, just embrace these outlets. Embrace these outlets. You don't know what it can do for your business or your brand awareness. And again, I'm going to be sharing these things with you all just throughout time, so we can all like just kind of go on this journey together, just what the experience has been on social, because that's just the way it's going in our businesses. We have to embrace this stuff. But that's it for me. I just wanted to check in with you all, let you know about this fun weekend I had in Chicago, let you know what's going on with business, where my mindset is. It's the second half of the year, so you already know it's go time. And of course, yeah, just sharing anything I can with you all that's helpful. Also, for anyone that's looking to get more into short form videos, I'm going to drop some resources in the show notes as well, which are some apps that I use to edit my reels and TikToks that are like super user friendly, and just all around good resources. So I'm going to include that. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Hopefully, you found this episode inspiring or helpful in some kind of way. Please let me know if there's any kind of content that you want to hear going forward. We are really gearing up to get a new slate of guests on the show. If you're listening to the show and you love it and you have a unique story to tell and you would like to be on the show, please check out our show notes for details. you definitely want to visit our site and sign up on the form to submit your information if you want to be considered to be a guest. Also, I'm going to give you a link to leave us a review if you like this show and it's been impactful for you and you love it. Please let us know. We really need that feedback. It's so important to know what's helpful, what's not, and overall just to get some ratings and some reviews. So I'm going to be sharing that with you as well. And yeah, if you have not downloaded our directory, I don't know what you're doing, but check it out. We're in both the iOS and Android App Store. You can download the app there, or you can visit us at www.blackdirectory.com just to learn more about who we are, what we're doing, and how you can get involved. And again, if you are interested in being an ambassador, if you're interested in that side of things, hit us up. Send us an email, info@blackdirectory.com. Send us an email, and we can definitely get those conversations started. And yeah, so again, hopefully you all enjoyed the episode and catch you on the next one. Bye. Thank you for spending some time with us. Enjoying the show? Be sure to subscribe and leave us a rating and review. Interested in connecting with Black-owned businesses and joining the family? We got you covered. Download Black Directory in both the iOS and Android app stores. Until next time.